Okay, hopefully you took a second to think about what Steve Jobs had to say about the personal computer and man's ability as a tool maker, because I do want to point out that this is uh, the underlining, the foundational element of what we're working with here is AI is a tool. It is a transformative tool. People are comparing this to pre and post cell phone, pre and post printing press. Like this does have the ability to do a lot of good and a lot of harm. But man's ability as a tool maker or man's use of tools is a game changer. But I like to show this graphic to people because it is a relatively common one when we're talking about adoptions of new ideas or technologies. And I like to point out that generative AI is right here. We're still in this like peak of inflated expectations. We are going to play around with chat gpt here in a little bit, and it's going to, if you've never played with it before, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And the more we play with it, the more we explore it, the more we start to see its limitations. And so we are kind of cresting this peak here of like, this is so crazy. It has gotten so much better over the course of the last year. But we're starting to see some people around this trough of disillusionment. This doesn't do everything we thought it could or everything we thought it does. Here are the limitations, and that's a very natural evolution. So I like to show people this because some of these things can seem world ending or turning everything we know on our head, and that should be kind of a reaction, but also know that there's a little bit of inflated expectations on that. We are going to move into a conversation about ethics around AI because as we start to dig into can and should we use this tool, it's important to think of what I just mentioned, which was it has a potential to do a lot of good, but also a potential to do a lot of harm. So now that we're done here, go ahead and click this next button. Consider this question, this scenario here. Again, I won't read it to you, but you can go ahead and read this and then answer these two questions in the discussion prompt here, please. When you're done, then you can hit the next button there.